What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel as well as on Twitch, so make sure you come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by my music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name Aftersound, and I do have a new song coming out on August 15th called Tides, so check it out. Let me know what you think, and I appreciate the support. All right, guys, let's talk about this new player. So this is a little bit of a follow-up video to the one I posted about Dave McCoy's message in the official announcements on Discord, and you can see here that we are starting to see a rise in the number of spellbooks purchased on a daily basis. Now, you're not going to see it. Let me get rid of the players here so that you can see a better scale. But that is significant. Now, over the past, I don't even know, however many days, let's just go the past 7 days. What's our average? So 202. I mean, we're getting almost like 20, 30 per day, which is kind of wild. So 19. So since August 6th, right? 19, 16, 28, 26, 28, 33, 28, and today, 24. So when Dave is talking about new players coming into the game, and especially playing in Foundations mode, that is exactly what he means. So I hadn't checked this in a while, and in fact, I kept on looking at the numbers here just to see what this would be looking like. And, you know, what really sucks is this is throwing everything off, this 59,000 active players on whatever day this was, because, A, that's killing the average, and B, it's killing the scale here, right? So we can't really see if there's been any growth. But if we just take a look at, I don't know, let's say like the last 6 months, let's see what this shows us. And again, I'm not trying to look at the averages here, but, you know, if we go, I mean, you know, it's been in like the 3,000 to low to mid 4,000s range is what I'm kind of seeing as I scroll across here. This is through April, right? Then maybe we get into May and it bumps up a little bit, 5,000 players, 5,000 daily active users some days. As we get ready for Conclave Arcana comes out and we're at 5,000, 5,500. Then we go into a little bit of a lull period, right? And recently it's been in that same kind of mid 3,000s to low 4,000s range for a while. Now, fast forward to where we're at today, and a lot of these are at 4,500 or above. We're not really crossing 5,000, but we're in the upper 4,000 range. So again, I'm just looking at data, not even in a proper way right now. This is all just kind of spot checking, but the data that I am sharing with you is the amount of increased spellbook purchases to kind of go along with the amount of increased signups, right? I mean, if we just take a look at, let's go for scale here. Let's do 6 months again. And I'm going to take spellbooks out, even though that doesn't really mess up the scale. You can see we've gone through waves of this, right? So as we were heading into the release of Conclave Arcana, which was mid-May, so right around this time, you saw a spike in the number of people that were signing up for the game, right? And now that's gone through its waves. It's had, I don't know, whatever this major spike was, 411 players signing up on a single day here. And then, you know, we hit our lull period, so it came back down into something a little bit more normal, but recently, it is starting to go back up again. So it's like 200 players per day, or about 200 players per day. We weren't even really doing that when Conclave Arcana came out. It was about 150. Maybe we had a day or two that we'd spike up to 200. But now we're starting to see that. Combine that with the spellbook purchases, and let's put that. Now that looks like a great chart, doesn't it? So once again, you see a little bit of a spike here, signups as people start playing Conclave Arcana. But keep in mind, we did not have the Frontier mode or Foundation set or Campaign mode out in that time frame. That's only come out in the last couple of months over the summer, and now that it's out, I don't know if the team's doing extra marketing. I don't know if they're doing outreach. I don't know what the status of our partnerships are. I'm really hoping we can get an update of that on the next town hall. But this is staggering and impressive and very, very beautiful in my opinion to see. So, you know, I just wanted to follow up on that message from Dave, because when you look at the data, you are seeing it here. Now, the thing is, when it comes to daily active accounts, I know that I was like spending a lot of time on this side of things. When it comes to daily active accounts, you have to keep in mind that there's a lot of accounts that don't participate in battles, that don't really do anything in the game. Maybe they're just, I don't know, farming SPS or whatever it is. Obviously, we've seen a lot of bot accounts go offline, so that's great. But this is not players who are actively playing in the game. Maybe they just signed up. Maybe the computer where they're logged in refreshed, or the server that they're logged in, it refreshed, so it just shows them as active. You know, on the whole, we are seeing more active players, but again, active players doesn't really mean much in the grand scheme of things. The last thing that I want to check here is battles. So if we just look at all battles, now here's the one thing to keep in mind. Frontier battles are not included in this, right? But my hope is that as new players come in, they would start to participate in Modern or Wild a little bit more, just because, you know, it's a separate energy system. So the thing is, I'm not, let's actually go 6 months and see what this looks like. All right, so let's get rid of, see, once again, this thing just throws off the whole scale. Yeah, you know what? This is not going to work the way that I was hoping that it would. If we go 3 months, yeah, okay, so whatever. Let's just look at the past month here. If we look at all battles, yeah, I mean, maybe you can say that there's, if I were to run the numbers, it's a statistically significant increase from, 30 days ago to 7-ish days ago, or the past 30 days versus the past, 7 days. If we look at Modern format, that's actually been on the decline. I wonder why that's on the decline. Maybe more people are going and playing in the Frontier mode. Wild is staying kind of even, and then Survival, I would actually expect to go up a little bit because I've been playing in Survival, and you kind of can see that. But again, what's interesting about Survival is that you can't just go in and play every day. When you lose cards, so for example, like I only have like one copy, a max copy of most of the cards. So when I go in and I play and I lose that card, I don't get it back for another 3 days, right? So I have to go and play kind of, with one hand tied behind my back until I get the other cards. Or I could just wait and not play for 3 days, but that's just not how I operate. So I'll talk about more about my survival mode experience once we get closer to the end of the season. Maybe tomorrow, actually, since there's only like a day left. But yeah, just wanted to share some of these numbers with you. Again, maybe some of the other metrics are not showing it quite as much. And keep in mind, I mean, we're talking about double digits here, not triple or quadruple digits like hundreds or thousands of players. I mean, we're talking about maybe a couple hundred that have actually bought Spellbooks over the past couple of days. Again, I think that's a great thing. If they're just coming in and they're playing Frontier mode and they're having a good time with it, and slowly and steadily they can start to build up their collection, and they move over to Modern format. Maybe they start buying some summoners there, they start buying some cards, they start buying whatever, right? Because you can play the Foundation set in Modern. So that's going to be a really interesting progression to watch over time now that we're seeing more players come in. But those of you who have your ears to the ground better than I do, and who have been, haven't been just out and about the way that I have been, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know if you've heard anything different. But that is all I have for you guys in this video. I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.